bus tour.
Yes. I'll just sit here. How do we convince the general public that fracking is bad? I would like to communicate to them an idea that, which is true, that David Cameron's government, our government, is very delayed and behind the times and locking us into fossil fuel energy and fossil fuel thinking. And that by doing this, we're going to miss out on the opportunities that other people have started to be interested in. And for example, it is going to take from 10 to 15 years before, should they be doing the test drilling, they will then know whether they want to continue, the concession people who've got this opportunity. And so at that point, my son Joe already talked about the insecurity that this will give for 10 and 15 years, for the economy as well as for everything. And of course, it's stopping us from doing something about global warming. But after these 10 to 15 years, then what will be the price of energy in those at that time? Well, certainly fracking, in order to be competitive, would have to be massively subsidised, because normal fuels, meaning the ones that you get by conventional extraction, will have gone down in price. The reason being that solar energy in particular, but all the opportunities that we could have for developing alternative energy, they will be really competitive and they will be getting cheaper and cheaper. And so we're totally missing out on the opportunities to exploit and develop alternative energies. For example, just really quickly, we get nuclear energy from France. Say, for example, France was able to license some of that North Africa and get all that solar power. It would supply the whole of Europe, and they could just send that on the pipelines. Anyway, the point is we've got masses of conventional energy in the ground that we can still use, that's not going to go up in price. And we're not allowed anyway to even use more than 20% of it, because that definitely takes us into runaway climate change. And I don't want to use emotional words like mass extinction and we'll be frying and all this kind of stuff, but it is crazy what the government's doing. And if that sounds crazy, well, the craziness will meet the craziness and we will have disaster. And I've got one other thing to say, that I've got this sort of maxim, which is that the economic crisis and the environmental crisis are the same thing. It's the same cause. Indeed, they're like two serpents that eat each other's tail. The rotten financial system has caused the energy crisis, and the fact that the ecological crisis is causing the financial crisis, because we're taking too much out of the earth, and it's all a circle. And so, to get out of this, it would automatically happen. I think business is going to want to do this anyway, but what's good for the planet is good for the economy. What's bad for the planet is bad for the economy. This is the future. And it also means that what's good for the planet is good for people. What's good for people is good for the planet. We would get better human values. Naomi Klein is working on information that will give us the fact that Should we continue in this way, we will get the world we want. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, folks. There's a lot more questions.